When it hits you, that sweet, sweet sound. When it holds you, baby, it won't let you down. When I get that feeling and it won't go away, I just wanna hear it each and every day. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul. Oh, I love that sweet Jamaican sound. It's the best love, darling, that I ever found. Never telling you, baby, you're right, or honey, you're wrong. But it will break you down with the sweet melody of a song. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul. When it hits you, that sweet, sweet sound. When it holds you, baby, you know it won't let you down. Never telling you, honey, you're right, or darling, you're wrong. But it will break you down with the sweet melody of a song. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul. 'Cause when you got that sky reggae and soul, honey darling, who could ever ask for more? It's out of control when you got that sky reggae and soul.
Welcome to Ska Crazy Podcast number 40. You just heard the Bandaloos. That was Ska Reggae and Soul. You hear my voice, so I must have a guest. And sitting... Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I'm not sitting anywhere near you.
I know. No, so I'm joined right now by Amanda Hornick of A Perfect Mess.
Hello.
Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
She's got a really cool show and a really cool blog that I enjoy listening to very much and reading, and I think you guys would dig it too.
Thanks.
I brought her on here to
harass you.
Yeah, and plug the crap out of it, and we're gonna shove her down your throats a little bit and
Yay!
Force you to love her. A number of addresses, so get your pens and pencils out, boys and girls, because you're going to need to write all this down. You got a perfectmessradio.blogspot.com. That's where you can find her blog, where she... why don't you tell us what you do on your blog? And
The blog is it's reviews and promotion for various ska bands and tours and festivals and whatever seems to be coming around, kind of peppered with my own opinions and terrible anecdotes.
Now, this shouldn't sound unfamiliar to any listener. This is the second time we've recorded this episode. 'Cause I had some technical issues with this when we did it last night. So, like, you're getting take 2. So if some of the conversation sounds manufactured, because it is. We had this conversation already. It should actually go smoother. The next address would be www.chestnutradio.com, which is where you can catch her radio show, A Perfect Mess, every Sunday from 2 to 4. You can tune in and listen to it live. And if you're like me and you have to work on Sunday afternoon every time, you can go to aperfectmess.podomatic.com. You probably have to give her a little time after the show's over to get it uploaded, but you could download the podcast there and listen to it on your spare time.
I usually have it up within a half an hour, so I'm really anal with that kind of stuff.
Well, that's good. Always good to be anal.
It's good to be anal.
That's because I was in the porn industry and you didn't do anal. They wanted nothing to do with you.
There's no fame and fortune in anal.
I know, but, well, I don't know. No, but, I don't know. I'm going to try and segue into what we already talked about last night. And, you know, it's, I know that we both, kind of come from the same place as far as, like, why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and it comes for just, like, a love of this scene, this music.
Right.
You know, we're not looking for anything in return.
No, it's a relatively thankless obsession that we have with this music and this scene, and the desire to just promote it and share it with everybody. And if 2 people hear a band that I think is fantastic, they didn't hear before, I feel like I won.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I go through phases. Obviously not now because I haven't been very actively making shows recently, but I go through phases where, like, I start wondering, like, you know, I might be only doing this for myself. Like, I don't know if people are actually listening or if anybody gives a shit other than me, and, like, am I wasting my time? And
I go through that too.
I mean, it gets to, sometimes it gets me down. Sometimes, you know, I don't care.
Well, because we put a lot of time into what we do, and but I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of something that if this didn't exist, like there was nothing like what we were doing, you know, a few years ago when I started doing it, at least not where I had access. So it was kind of like we're filling a need, and if somebody's listening, like I said, I don't care if it's 2 people. You know, we're doing something.
Now, one thing I got to tell you guys about her show that I think is super cool is that you get, like, the commentary by Amanda during it, and which isn't
terrible.
something you get with me. I used to do it in the beginning, and I came to the conclusion that nobody wants to hear my ugly mug talking, and I didn't want to do it either because I'd never be satisfied with what I say or what comes out of my mouth. I'm doing this episode this way because Amanda's our guest. I'm trying to make her feel a little more at home.
You don't need to humor me.
You're actually at home.
I am at home. I'm on my couch.
But yeah. Coming up in this episode, I got some new stuff from the new Snails and Heavy Beat split. I'm gonna have a new track from Obi Fernandez's album.
It's so amazing.
It is good stuff. Got some Moon Invaders, Agrolites, Slackers, Shifters, Desmond Decker, some oldies, some newies, some in-betweens. So it's going to be chock full of good tunes. Right now, I'm going to head into, this is the Agrolites with Feeling All Right.
Sing low, all right!
Since I've seen Molly, I know she's doing fine. The world caught up with Molly before technology could take the last dime. Everybody tries to make money. People say not what love should be about. I believe the dollar bill could kill your dream, especially when your chance of being gold is running out. 25,000 pennies in my pocket, while thousands steal right up in my face. 20 years, we might get recognized by this world. Until then, that won't pay rent for my place. But I still feel it's gonna be in the morning, in the evening. Take your time, Lord. Don't you give up. Yeah, so get a groove in. All right. Pain won't make it tougher. Yeah. Been a while since I've seen David put that great gig in the sky. The world will evolve around Basie's presence, even though he left too soon with no goodbye. Alright, had a lot of struggle on that road, with no fear, I would tell it to you. Our experience can make a good connection, and in hope we change a life or two. It makes me think about this question, y'all. Whatever happened to feel good music? Bands just imitating anything that sells. Agrolites never dime a dozen. Do you agree to change our style? Certain critics could just go to, I still feel what? In the morning, yeah, in the evening. Take your time now, and don't you hurt nobody. Oh, you ain't no hero now, you just like to feel it. Pain won't make it tougher, yeah, I tell you. Come on, Solano Beach. Say it with me. You feel what? Feel what? Yeah, in the morning. Yeah, in the evening. Take your time now. Don't you give up. What? I said get a groove in. All right. I gotta hear you real loud. You guys are noisy people. Get loud. Say it with me. Say it. What? Yeah, in the morning. Take your time, Lord. And don't you hurt nobody. Why get a moving? Yeah, get a moving. I'm a little bit deaf in his ears, I said before. Say it. I sing it with you. Say all right. Say what? All right. That. All right. All right. All right. Do it now. All right. Yeah. All right. you got it. From dusk till dawn. You got it. You got it. Send your roses by the dozen. Give you some of that old school loving. Real fine. Send your roses by the dozen. I'll give you some of that old school loving now. Right on time. Oh, you possess a certain charm that will push me in your arms. Yeah, I'm gonna be your number one. Woo! And I'm gonna love you from dusk till dawn. Yeah. Woo! You got it. Yeah. You got it. 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 You got it.
We're having a party. I hope you are hearty. Yeah. We're having a party. I hope you are hearty. Sing it to me, children. Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Intensified.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam. Music like that. For your money's worth. Yeah. Music like that. For your money's worth. Sing it to me, children. Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Intensified.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam. Girls like sun, you match every man. Yeah. Girls like sun, you match every man. Sing it to me, children. Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Intensified.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Oh, girls can't hide from intensified guys. Music that stays on for extra days.
Girls like sun, you match every man. Yeah. Girls like sun, you match every man. Sing it to me, children. Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Intensified.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam. Intensified boys, with heart full of choice. Yeah. Intensified girls, with those fancy curls. Sing it to me, children. Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Intensified.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Festival.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
68.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
The great.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba doo bam bam.
Yeah.
Rum ba ba doo bam 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 ba doo. Rum ba ba.
Desmond Decker and the Aces, Intensified. Love that song. Love that
So
man.
much fun.
What else did we talk about last night? 31 Flavors. She's better than me. I like scribble nonsense because, like, in the moment, like 2 minutes after I write it, I'll be like, "Oh, I know why I wrote that." Now it's the next day, and I have no idea. But
You talk about my show being better, but you have a significantly larger following than I do.
it's 100% luck.
It's hard. It's hard to get a following doing what we do, especially in this genre of music. It's difficult because you have to kind of prove your your worth. You got to kind of, prove to people that you know what you're talking about. And I think it's easier for you, and this is just my opinion, I think it's easier for you as a guy, which sounds kind of dumb, but it's difficult being a woman and trying to get a following as, knowing anything or having any, I'm trying to think of a good way to put it, that I have any kind of knowledge or any kind of experience in this scene, because I was never in any substantial bands. I was never a promoter. I didn't book shows. I was, I have been a DJ for the last, several years on internet radio stations, but I was never a terrestrial DJ. So it's difficult trying to prove, that you have any, I guess, any real, backup to your opinions, and that's really all this is.
I disagree. Like, I think, again, it's my opinion, and you're right in a lot of ways. Like, if you look at any of the people that are doing, blogs or podcasts or radio shows, like, you're right. Like, most of them are male, and but as far as like having a show, I personally think it's a welcome perspective to get a female's perspective on the whole thing.
I try not to be that annoying female.
That could be me, and I mean, ska music is not. It's a music not based on judging, and it's whatever it is,
Yes.
So I'm sure women fit in there. You know what I mean? It can't just be a bunch of dudes.
No, but it's not.
Think, so.
It's a male-dominated kind of scene, which is great as a female who hangs around in it. But it's just difficult, so far in my experience, to gain any kind of backing, I guess, from more substantial people that are in the scene. And we've talked about this before, in that we don't do anything that we do, and we do a lot of promotion for a lot of bands, and we do it purely out of an appreciation for what they do. And ska music, you get into it, you're never gonna, you're not gonna be making $1 million. It's not a lucrative musical career. You don't get into it to be a millionaire. You get into it because you love it.
Right.
And that's really why we do what we do. We do a lot of promotion, and we do it for the love of it. It's not going to be something that we're going to be famous off of. That's never been either of our intentions. So, there's a lot to be said for what people like us do. And I'm not, patting us on the back or anything, but our intentions in this entire scene are just to help.
Now, I've noticed something about your show. Just since you've made your return, because I listened to you before. Like, I met you back in April. Mm-hmm. And I started listening to your show when I started talking to you, which was not real long after that.
Yeah.
And then, but I can definitely say, like, you've done your sort of summer ska series with the blog, and the show now is riddled with ska music, which is awesome. It's like. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, she plays other music too, and which is good also. And it's something I'm actually going to get into, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that a little bit later.
It's really kind of morphed. When I started doing the show several years ago, I was with a station called PIBCO, Pocono Internet Broadcasting, and I actually have to drive from North Jersey to Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, to a studio and do my show every week. It got rather tedious, which is why I do it from home now. But my show was an alternative show because we were an alternative-based internet station. So I did play ska, and that was really the direction I kind of always wanted to go in. But I felt like I was limited. I couldn't pigeonhole myself as much as I wanted to. So now having the freedom to do the show 100% the way I want to, I still keep the indie rock tag on it, but it is 90% ska.
Yeah. That's an observation that I've had just with the last 2 episodes. It was just like, holy crap, like,
yeah, it's
jam packed.
Because now I have the freedom to do that, and that's a wonderful thing. That's what I always wanted to do, and I finally am able to create that.
And it's funny that like you're kind of going in that direction, and I'm working on moving in the opposite direction, where it's like I want to.
You want to broaden.
I've pigeonholed myself into just ska and reggae and rocksteady by just with the name Ska Crazy, and it's like I wanted to start doing other things, and like I love a lot of music, and you know I want to be able to play other things, and
well, yeah,
you know, so I mean basically it was like, you know, it's either I'm gonna stop doing Ska Crazy and I'm just gonna start from scratch. It's been months since I've done it. I'm not getting emails going like, hey, what happened? Which feeds my insecurity that like, yeah, nobody gave a shit anyway. And so I was like, I'll just do something new for nobody to give a shit about. And then, you know, I was actually on Facebook talking to a kid I met in on Turntable FM in this ska room where you just go and play songs. And like he kind of became a fan of the show and stuff like that, and he like popped up in my chat box just saying like what was up, and I like just ran some ideas across him, and he just kind of made me see shit clear, and I was just like, wow, like I really gotta like bounce all this garbage in my head off of like it took one other person's perspective for me to be like, okay, you know, I can just do both.
Sure you can.
And I don't have to. And the thing I was worried about with that was like, you know, I'm barely finding time to do the Ska Crazy thing right now. And if I try and do something else, like how am I going to commit to either of them? So what I'm doing is there's going to be no new podcast page or anything like that. I'm just going to once a month or once every other month. It depends how fast I get into the swing. I was doing weekly for a while. I think I'm going to do like a bi-weekly thing for now until I can really start dedicating more time to it, because I mean, I don't want to make promises I can't keep, and so it's either going to be once a month or once or every other month. I'm just going to do like a 31 flavors show where I just get to bust a proverbial nut on some music that moves me other than ska, because I mean ska itself, especially nowadays, there's so much influence from other places and stuff that you hear mixed in there.
Absolutely.
So I'm influenced by a lot more than it, and I feel like I'm rambling way too much about myself, and I have you on to talk about you. So, but that's the deal. Be on the look for 31 flavors. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut to another track. This is Heavy Beat off their split with the Snails, and we'll be back and talk more with Amanda.
You
off the new album called Girl Take It Easy.
forget you, girl. Oh, you some, but not much. Every woman I see, every girl I touch is so fine. So fine, so fine. Are you jealous of me? Oh, it's not fair. Time to move on from you. Whoa, uh-oh. Whoa, uh-oh. Feeling the distance now. I see your love is calling me. Local fare seems tasty. I'm gonna do it. You've held me through good times and through bad. Won't forget, won't forget, won't forget you, girl. Oh, you some, but not much. Every woman I see, every girl I touch is so fine, so fine, so fine. Are you jealous of me? Oh, it's not fair. Time to move on from you. Whoa, uh-oh. Whoa, uh-oh. Won't forget, won't forget, won't forget you, girl. Won't forget, won't forget, won't forget you, girl. Ooh, na 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 na. Won't forget you, girl. Ooh, na 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 na. Won't forget you, girl. Ooh, na 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 na. Won't forget you, girl.
God have mercy, mercy, mercy. I didn't think I'll see over here. Roddick said, woman, easy, easy, easy. I didn't think I'll see over here. SUV in a big city. Oh well, SUV in a big city. Alright, this is not unnecessary. This is not a necessity. Oh yes, you don't care about the earth. You're too damn greedy, greedy. You don't need no SUV in a big city. You don't care about the poor and the needy, needy. The ozone, hey, looking so pretty. SUV in a big city. Oh well, SUV in a big city. This is not unnecessary. This is not a necessity. Wow. Some of the mana, what a miss, some of the mana, what a miss, some of the mana, some of the mana, some of the mana. Fire. Some of the mana, what a miss, some of the mana, what a miss, some of the mana, some of the mana, some of the mana, what a miss, some of the mana. Drive up the big car. Sport pad cigar, ride around that poser. Remember cruise NYC like this is Sahara. Jamaica doesn't put up an accelerator. But when we check it up, we check the future. But I want about the kids in the music down in India. But I want about the madness, they say down to Africa. But I want about the birds and the bees and the trees. And we could never forget to the mother nature. But I'm asking about you now, I got champion culture. You know, say the Rudy Crew, the beast, they never bubble out. When they call me, I've been crispy, I got chat murder.
Okay, we're back. That was the Rudy Crew with SUV. That is absolutely my favorite song on that album.
It's a good song.
So, we talked about your show. We didn't really get too much into the blog, and you've got some really... I mean, you told them what it is, but I mean...
Well,
I guess get into, like, what you got coming up, unless you don't want to, like, spill the beans too much. I know you're you're really vague on the air.
I'm very vague. I have some music that I'm in the process of reviewing, and I don't like to just, if somebody sends me something, I don't like to just, listen to it 4 or 5 times and then write something about it. It's very, I don't know, that's too robotic and it's artificial to me. I'd rather listen to it and genuinely get the feel of it. I listen to it for a few weeks and I keep it on in the car and it's on when I'm at work, and then I'll write a review of it. So I have a couple right now that I'm kind of going through.
Why don't you tell people, since you started the Summer of Ska thing, you've interviewed what? Hilliard, Django,
Cleve Banks, Steve Jackson, Keith Duncan from the Shifters, Roy Radix from the Rudy Crew. Who else did I do? I'm blanking out. I have one with Bucket, but it's really short. A lot of, because it's difficult to get, because a lot of these bands are touring, they're active, they have other jobs. So to nail somebody down to do an interview with me, even if they promise me to my face they're going to do it, Vic Ruggiero, it's difficult to nail them down long enough to actually do the interview. So I do a lot of this via instant messenger, email, text message, whatever I can get. So it's difficult. The one that I did, what's that?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The one that I did with David Hilliard, I didn't even know who was going to be answering my questions. I reached out to a bunch of them individually, and either I would get no response, or I would get like a, I don't know when I'm going to have time kind of thing. I eventually reached out to their management company, and they're like, oh, absolutely, we'd love to do this. Just send all the questions to us, and we'll forward them on to them, and somebody's going to get back to you. So not knowing who I was talking to, I had to present these horribly vague, dumb questions. And the response I got back, like Hilliard got back to me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing, because, that man can do no wrong in my book. But I felt so stupid, because he's probably reading these questions going, who the hell is this broad? Like... She doesn't.
I love that you say broad.
She doesn't know anything. But it was only because I didn't know who I was going to be talking to. I had to keep it so generic. I felt so dumb. But he was very graciously, very detailed, did the best he could with my stupid questions. And I really appreciate that.
We should talk about the thing.
We should talk about the thing.
The secret thing with no name.
Well, I don't want to give too much information on it because... that'll spoil it. But we are in a Perfect Mess Ska Crazy collaboration at the moment. It's going to broaden beyond audio into some video. It's going to involve some travel. It's going to involve some of the bands that we very actively promote, hopefully promoting them even further.
I'll add this, and if it's too much info, I'll cut it out. But basically, we're going to hit the road a couple weekends, go see some shows, film the trip, film different various things, from show to...
Making Randy eat weird food.
Making Randy... Yeah, exactly. And basically put it up on what, YouTube or
yeah,
whatever?
We're going to create a YouTube channel for it. It's probably going to go, there's going to be portions of it that go through my blog, which will be for like still photos and stuff that we capture along the way, as well as my radio show and your podcast. And it's kind of up in the air right now, but I don't want to say too much.
Okay, as promised earlier, I said I was going to play something new off of Obi Fernandez's album. This song, now, I don't want to get emails. This isn't technically ska or reggae, or it's more of a, kind of like a soul tune, but
it's amazing.
It's fucking awesome. It's Obi. This is Color of Your Voice.
Oh, it's the best song.
I've spent a long time wondering, is this really who you are? Is it your style? And I can always hear the color of your voice, even if you're not around. And I've spent a long time learning, this is really who you are, this is your style. You know I always need the color of your voice, holding on to every sound. When it rains, you'll be there. When it's cold, you'll be there. And when I fall, you'll be there. You know that you saved me. I've always been crazy for the songs that you paint in my head, for all that you give me, the way you convince me, for a story I will never forget. And I've spent a long time wondering, is this really who you are? Is it your style? Yeah, I can always hear the color of your voice, even if you're not around. So when it rains, you'll be there. When it's cold, yes, you'll be there. Oh, when I fall, you'll be there. You know that you saved me. I've always been crazy for the songs that you play in my head, for all that you give me, the way you convince me, for a story I will never forget. When it rains, you'll be there. When it's cold, you'll be there. Yeah, when I fall, you'll be there. I can always hear the color of your voice, even if you're not around. Even if you're not around. Yeah, I can always hear the color of your voice.
Time Introducing myself as your hints from space. I am no Skylarker. I'm only known as the conquering ruler. Coming from the north with my face to the south, I'm quite sure I can knock you out. I'm the conqueror, anywhere you go. The conqueror, I want you all to know. The conqueror, and I rule also. The conqueror. I don't mess with the east nor the west. I leave the public to suggest. I'm the conqueror, anywhere you go. The conqueror, I want you all to know. The conqueror, and I rule also. The conqueror. But look on him face now. Favor them whole pick up a result. I have the honor to carry the banner. Needless, my friend, you started to stammer. I'm the conqueror, anywhere you go. The conqueror, and I rule also. The conqueror, I want you all to know. The conqueror. Put on the frown when I'm wearing a crown. Right here on Orange Street, that's where we'll all meet. I'm the conqueror, anywhere you go. The conqueror, I want you all to know. The conqueror, and I rule also. The conqueror, I want you all to know. The conqueror, yes, he rule also. The conqueror, and you know it too. The conqueror, and I rule also. The conqueror.
Amanda, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence here.
No, thank you for having me.
No, the pleasure was mine.
No, it's mine.
No, it was all right. It was all
it was
yours.
mine. Shut up.
You at home can catch Amanda with a perfect mess
Every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. on www.chestnutradio.com. That is the live show, and then you can catch it on podcast on my Podomatic page,
which is aperfectmess.podomatic.com.
Yes.
And check out the blog, aperfectmessradio.blogspot.com. Guaranteed to be more entertained than just hearing the music on my show. Is that better? Then I'm not putting myself down. You know, I'll bring you music, but not much else. She gives you feeling and
bad anecdotes that you don't care about.
No, they're good. That's what makes it so good. But yeah. So thank you so much again.
Thank you.
This has been wonderful.
It was fun.
We're gonna head out with this is for you. This is one of the songs you picked. This is the Slackers.
Love it.
You cheat, you lie, you talk about my friends to their face, their back. Will it never end? Why you wanna be a face of my crowd? Why you wanna be a face of my crowd? Come around a show on the weekends, don't like your hair, your clothes, or your